Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm working today in my bird journal because I've realised that I had a few things in the journal that I'd sewn in, like an envelope and a couple of other things that needed to be added to, other than just adding the normal pockets and things. So I thought I'd do that today. So I still love that. I've got to I need to put a couple of pockets at the back and the front, but that will be enough. I'll do that another time. But the first place I want to work is here, where we have the flap of the envelope, which I'll probably end up cutting down. But what I think I'm going to try and do, I hope it's going to work. I've got a couple of pages from my Edith Holden book. There weren't many that had birds on that I felt I could use. So I'd already cut this one to size, just to the same length as the envelope flap. I could have left it longer, I think, but I think I had a different idea when I first started doing it, and I've had a new idea since then. So that's what I'm going to need to work with. So I need to cut the other one to the same size, and what I'm going to try and do is back to back it, so the flap's on the inside, because I couldn't work out. I thought if I had the flap like that, it's going to cover up, even if I cut it down, it'll cover up all the prettiness on the back. So I thought, well, let that go and put another page and then make it into a pocket. That's the plan. So first of all, I need to cut the other piece to the same size, and I want to make sure I get the bird. So, and I also want to make sure I keep most of the prettiness. That's what I'm trying to say, and some of the words. So I could cut it at about there. Ooh, am I going to lose a little bit of tail? I quite like the idea of the little poem, Daffodils That Come Before the Swallow Dares and Take the Winds of March with Beauty, which are little Shakespeare quotes. So if I cut that down right to the edge of that, I would like to keep that. Ooh, it is going to fit just. So if I cut it about, whoop, no, it's really a bit tight. I think I'd better get the other one out. Yep. Okay, let's try again. It's a bit more awkward to fit in under the camera, but just about manage it. And line it up with the edge of that little quote, so I don't lose any of it. And I lost a little bit of that one at the bottom, but never mind. And then so if I'm going to do it going up to there, I'm going to need to trim it. Pencil. Need to trim it about here. I might lose a little bit of his tail, hopefully not too dramatically. It's always a compromise, trying to keep all the bits in that you want when you're coming to cut these things down. Right, I'm just going to mark where the bottom needs to be cut as well. Try and make sure it's lined up. Okay. Right. So I might cut that across first, which I probably should have done in the first place. Then I wouldn't have lost the end of this little phrase. Think of these things afterwards. Okay, so I've just lost the very tip of his tail, so I don't think it's too dramatic. Right, keep these bits. Might be able to use them for decoration later. Right, so if I have that like that, yeah. Okay, where's it gone? There we are. And then, yeah, I think I need to just, I don't need all this flap. Must make a corner pocket. I think we can go a bit too far, can't we? I have plenty of pockets and every kind of phone you can imagine. My box, I'll just show you my box. This is the box of stuff still to be finished. It's now all been sewn. All the tags and all the journal cards and whatever have you, it's all been sewn. And now I'm working on doing a little bit of decoration or putting toppers on and things. So yeah, it's a work in progress still. There's loads still to do. But I'm getting there. Did all the sewing, that was the big job. Right, anyway, I digress. I think what I'll have to do is stick one on and then make sure I line the other one up. And then it'll make a little page like that, and I think that would be quite pretty. So I think the first thing to do is to glue this up. Oh, silver top came off as well. That happens sometimes. I think when the little pin gets a bit gluey, it just takes the whole thing off. So I think I don't want it right, or do I want it right to the edge? Now I have to leave a little bit to make sure it doesn't get too close to the join. Come on, there we go. There we are. Okay, let's try and get this on more or less in the right place. Bring it down a fraction. Move it down that side as well. Okay, that's on. All right, and then, right, now I've got to think about where I want, because I'm going to want to put a little thumbnail. I think I put it this side, and then I can have the, but I'm going to put a journal card in here. I'll probably have to make it because it's going to be quite a big one to go in this pocket. So I think I put the thumbnail in first, and then it'll be easier rather than trying to do it after I've stuck the two together. Right, where's my, there it is. Turn it the other way. Being a lefty, it's easier to do it from this side. Now, I'll do a decent sized one. Okay, what do you think? Is that in the middle? I think it's close enough, I think. Okay. So that'd be a little job to do, would be to make a journal card. It's if I haven't got enough cards and things, but none of the ones that come with the kits are really very big. We've got quite a few fairly small journal cards, which are fine, but sometimes you need something a bit bigger. And it goes just right to the edge there, doesn't it? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but I have got the masterboard that I made in what Roxy's weekly challenge a few weeks ago, and it's still sitting there waiting for me to use it, and some of it I definitely had in mind that I might need some things for this journal. So I think there will be some bits I can cut up into journal cards if I need to. Now what am I doing? I don't need to do that, do I? No. Not thinking. I don't want it stuck completely down, I just want to stick it along the sides. Foolish. I heard you. I'm sure you were somebody was shouting out, "Don't glue it there. It's a pocket, you silly woman." Okay. Caught myself just in time before I managed to avert disaster. Just want to make sure there's no gluiness left, otherwise it will prevent things from going in the pocket, won't it? Don't want this sticking at all on here. Okay. Phew! Crisis averted. So I'm going to glue on this, not on the pocket. Yep, down the end. Okay, now I've just got to line this up with the other one. I just need to trim it a little bit along the edge here. And we have our pocket. I'm just going to trim off. Oops, lost my pencil. Oh, it's gone in the bin. I better rescue it before I forget. Ooh, just a sec. There we go. Pencil out of bin. Okay. Right. Let's just trim that off a fraction. There we are. And a touch at the top here. So it wasn't completely straight, but it wasn't far off. That'll do. Right. So that's those. I don't know that they actually need anything more on there because they're just pretty just the way they are as a page. So I think I'll move on to the next bit, which I believe is this one, where I did, hang on, where's the other half of it? So this is the other half of the page, so it wouldn't go all the way across, so I just had a short piece this side. I thought, I've seen Rachel do a lot of this kind of thing where she has half a page and then just adds things to it. I've never done it before, so I thought it would be just something a bit different to do, to add some extra bits onto the pages, but it's something you have to give some thought about what things will work. So I had a look at what I had left over from my Stamperia pad to see if I could use any of it, and I had this piece, so I thought that would fit on there rather nicely. And then if I flap it that way, I can make this into a little tuck. That's the idea, but it sticks out rather a long way. So I think what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to score it here and fold it in, and then it'll just fold out, and then I'm going to put a little pocket here. That's the plan. Shall we see if it works? Get my little scoreboard out. So I didn't want to have to cut any of this off, but it was just too big to leave as it is. Even if I tuck it right into the centre, it's still going to stick right out. So rather than cutting it down, I'm going to fold it in at the obvious place, about there. I'm just going to be careful because I have a tendency to go through the paper because this isn't super thick. It's obviously thicker than the normal copy paper, but it still isn't super thick cardstock. I've got to be a little bit careful. Make sure it's straight. I need to do it the other way, I think, as well, because it's got to fold. It's all about the the valleys and the hills and whatever it is. Now I've lost the place. I didn't actually do it firmly enough, so I'm going to have to do it this way because I can't see. Because I want to fold it that way, I really want it to be scored on the other side, but if I can't see where I need to do it, it's not going to work. Just being super gentle, try not to go through. Okay, so is that going to... Yep, that's okay, that's working. It's going to have to fold almost in half, really. But otherwise, I didn't really want to fold it down the middle of the pattern. That would make no sense. Well, maybe it would. I don't know. To me, it doesn't. I'd rather fold it somewhere where it. So it means I don't have to go right to the centre. I can actually have it sticking out a little bit further here. Fold that in, and I can still then have. I can have my tuck on the other side. So that's the idea, I think. And then I've got a little scrap of, I think this is tracing paper actually, although it's a bit crumpled. I hope it'll be okay, because it's just the right size to make a little pocket there. I didn't want to lose all the pretty design, but I did want to put something, make this a bit more interesting than just a pretty page. I thought it'd be nice to have a little pocket there, which you can reveal when you open it. So there we are. So that's that. So I'm going to ink around that, I think, so that it's visible around the edges, and then glue that down. Now, what was it Gail said? If you have a piece of card, you can ink against it. Just got to find a piece of something. Hold it against something a bit firmer, makes it easier to ink against. Aha! She's right. And just, as long as you have it right at the edge, of course. Otherwise you end up inking the wrong thing. Oop. And right, there's my little pocket. So I'm going to pop that there. It just fits beautifully. I didn't cut it down or anything. It's just one of those lucky things that it just happened to be the right size. I'm just going to ink along the glue on that edge. Oh, I know what I want to do before it dries. I need to do a little thumbnail. Where's it gone? There it is. Just a little one. Just to show it's just to find the edge of the pocket. Almost. The glue's not going to. It's going to dry if I'm not quick. Quick ink. Okay, let's see if I can get it to stick now. Whoop. Yep. I think it's done. There we are. Okay, so that goes like that, and I think I'm going to put it about there. So put a bit of glue. I've got to think about this, haven't I? Because I wanted to do a tuck spot. Just bear in. Let's have a think. Yes, I don't want it completely glued down. So I want to leave it open here. So I only want to glue it around the sides. Okay. Right, got to think about this. Where's it going to be glued to? Pencil, where'd I do it? Where'd I put it? Rescued it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I want it about here. All right. Okay. It's going to be an approximation. I want to leave enough space for the tuck spot so I actually tuck something in. So maybe I'll put it about there and there. Right. Right, let's try that. Now, is it straight? I think so. Put like that, and then like that, and then this. Then there's something can go in here, like for instance, a journal card can pop in there, can't it? So room. Yeah, it only goes that far, doesn't it? Yeah. I've done it deep enough. Maybe I'll put it a little deeper. I think it needs to go a little deeper. Yep, do it again. Just want it to go in a little bit further, I think, to give the journal card enough depth to stay put, otherwise it will just keep falling out. Okay, one more time. I can't even see where I did it to before. Where did I mark? So I'm going to do it to there. Yep. That might work better. I've glued it on the wrong side now. Oh dear. I'm not having a good day, am I? I'm not gluing in the right places. Oh, for goodness sake. Third time lucky. Don't glue on the outside. Hang on, just check. It's got to be glued along here, along here. Not along there, stupid woman. I don't know. I'm sorry if you had to shout at me to say you're doing it wrong. Sometimes the brain is just not engaged. I just want to make sure there's all these gluey bits off. Otherwise things won't go in the pocket smoothly, will they? Ugh. Foolish woman. Right, let's see if we can get it right this time. Stick on that side, not on the open side. Right, we try fitting this in again. See if it's got a little bit more room to go in. That's a bit better, isn't it? And then I can always put a tab. It doesn't have to be this one. That probably won't be that one. But at least there's something. It's got a bit more to tuck into there. And I want to put a tab on here so it shows it pulls out. There will need to be something to go in here, like this, for instance. And then you still get all the pretty background, but you get and then you can see there's a little tag in there. I quite like that one in there, but I will come back to that. This has still got to dry, and take that out as well. And I will put I might just decorate that as well. I mean, it could be used for writing, but I think it'd be nice to have something along there. I'll come back to that. I think I want to get the construction of these things done because I'm wasted a lot of time on that one. Okay, so the next one to tackle is this one, I think. Okay, so I was having a think about what I'm going to do with this, because I wasn't sure whether to make it a tuck or a flip out, or quite what to use. It would have been another spot where you could have used the Edith Holden pages, but I'd already committed to doing that on the envelope, so I was sort of umming and ahhing about what was a good thing. I was looking at my paper pads, see if there's anything I could use for that, and I probably could use possibly a journal card or something. But then I found I'd got this printed off, but whereas most of the journal card pieces I printed on cardstock, this is on paper, so it was a bit flimsy just to use on its own. But I did think maybe I could tuck it in there and use it like that. That's what I think I'm going to do, so that I tuck it right in. I have to tuck it right into the edge so that it fits. But then that could be a bit of a flip out. Perhaps I put that at the top, as I've got something else. The last thing I did was more. No, not that one. Oh no, I haven't got anything at the bottom either, have I? So I could put it at the bottom. Not right at the bottom, just about there. And I thought that would look quite nice, and then maybe I can put something here, or not sure. But I think that's what I'm going to do, at least to start off with, and then I might have to think about how I decorate this. But I think from the point of view of just having something to flip out, I think I like that. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to use my glue stick. Hope I get it lined up properly. Saves me having to, I could have lined this and made it bigger, but I had so many journal cards anyway, I thought I won't need to use it, but it's quite a good place to put it, because it doesn't make it too bulky then in that spot, because it's only printed on copy paper. Make sure I've got plenty of glue on the edges. Alright, now the tricky part. This right into the middle. And straight would be good. Otherwise this one won't fit. Yeah, I think we're just about there. This is not, that looks straight there. That looks straight there. So I think it'll fit. Is it going to, is it going to, I think it's going to be okay. I hope. I did trim it down a little bit because I thought it might be a bit too wide, but it's not gone in as far as I'd have liked. I'm hoping there is just a little bit of clearance there. As long as we can train it, make sure it doesn't curl up at the beginning, it'll hopefully stay there. What I don't want is this curling up. We will see. And if necessary, I can trim that little bit down and then re-ink it, and you'd never know. In fact, I might even do that. Trim that just a touch, just so that it doesn't catch. Might just do it just, I mean literally just a skoosh there. And then just to ink it a little bit so that there's no sign of a white join. Right, I think that'll probably just fit just that little bit better. Yep, that's better. Okay. Right, so that's that little flap. Well, possibly partly dealt with. I don't know that I've completely dealt with it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. To decorate, I will want to decorate it. I might just put something else here. But you've got a clear writing space here, and there's writing space here. So I will come back to that, because the other thing I want to get finished is the other part of the envelope, which is going to need collaging. So I need to get cracking on that. So I've got my collagey bits here. Let's just take them out. I think what I will probably do, I'm trying to decide whether to cut it across here, have something going down, or I quite like things coming up the sides. I'll probably slit it across the top once I've finished collaging. Right, I like that. Might just straighten up this edge if I can, so that it fits nicely up to the side of the edge of the pocket. Nope, too near the edge there. I know what I'm going to do. Just to simplify it, I'm going to trim it. Because that's the inside edge, so it needs to be straight. And it's just the merest little scrap really. But it just gives it a nicer, cleaner edge just to stick it on the inside there. And at the top, I just need to tear it off at the bottom. Where's my other ruler gone? There it is. So it's still a bit long. I might just get rid of that little bit at the top there. Ha! Not quite. Teach me, won't it, just to be too too quick. Right, so I'm going to glue on the envelope itself, so I don't glue the envelope shut, because that's just the sort of thing I would do, and you've seen me do it in this very video. I think I better put something underneath there so I don't glue the envelope to the page. Okay, that'll do, I think. A little bit of a blob here, which I don't want. Nope, don't want you there. Sorry, that was a message on my phone. Okay. And then we just do a little line of glue down the edge. Right. Let's put that there. Right, don't think I went quite far enough across with my glue stick, so I'm just going to put a bit more down. I'm not going to worry about the white edges on this because it's going to have another piece over the top, sort of overlapping. That's it. Okay. Right. Okay, let's find another piece to go along the side of there. I'm wondering. These little guys here. They look quite nice there. So kind of go with those. So I might just do that and then and I don't want to lose my little flower, so I'll just put that think, yeah, about there. So that can go on that little corner there. And then I just need a little something down here. Something a little bit. Got a piece of this. Yep. Just needed to have a straight edge. That there, and a little bit of, don't need all of it, just a piece. Put that there. I do need to ink that piece. Oop. Get rid of all the white edges on this one as well. Okay. Let's see how that looks. So a bit of the green along there, and then the birds down there. Or would that look better with a bit of this? No, I think I'm going to do that. Put that writing as well. Quite like that. Maybe I'll be better to do that. Oh, trying to make me mind up what I want. Just for that silly little strip. I'll do the other one, the other side first, because I want the jaggedy edge. Easier to do when I've got doing it with a big piece. And then I need my straight edge one. Get rid of that bit, get rid of that bit. Keep that for another time. And that. Is that going to work there? So I think I prefer that. Yeah, I do. I prefer it. Alright, enough faffing, get that on. That's big enough. Oh, I left myself a little gap. Trust me. that on there. Hide my gap. And that'll get trimmed off when I cut off the edge for the pocket, all that'll get trimmed. And just glue this on. And I'll do the other side, I think, before I trim the pocket, because then I can trim everything off together. There. Don't want it sticking to the page. Turn this off. I'll put it underneath for a moment while I just glue it. Make sure it's all stuck down. I will just trim off the excess, otherwise it's just going to get in my way and confuse things. Right, so that's that side. And I just need to do the other side. What shall we have on this side? It needs to be quite busy because it's got a very plain page opposite. Let's see what bits I've got left. I've got that, which is quite a nice bit with a bit of writing space on it. Maybe that would be quite nice. Just got to trim that down. Trim it down to about there, and then see whether I need to trim it more the other side. That's about right. Well, somehow it's not straight, of course, but then I think what I'll do is I'll probably have to put something behind it, I think. I haven't done a very good job of tearing that, so I will tear that off completely there. Or maybe I'll just do it a bit more free. Like that. And then we can put something else behind it. Something else for writing, I think. Another writing area. Yep. I think I'll just straighten that up a bit. Let's see if I can be a little bit more successful at tearing straight this time. Follow this little red line. Right, so I haven't quite made it wide enough, but that's okay. I can put something down there or down there. Maybe down this side. Okay, so they're going to come across. I'm going to put that there, and then that across here, and I'll just have a little something going down there. Stick this on first. falling off. Nothing dramatic. Whoops. I should probably put something else. I should decorate this as well. Was it that way? No, it was this way, wasn't it? Was it this way? This way. I should probably add something else to this. Otherwise it's a little bit on the bland side, isn't it? Probably could have been a bit more highly decorated. I got a bit carried away with the idea of it being a writing page. But it's okay, because I will add something else to it, I think. Maybe even a pocket, who knows? Who knows what will happen next on this page. Okay. Don't know where I've got my little card, it's around somewhere. Just give it a bit of welly, just to make sure it's all stuck down. Okay, then I'll put my birds, my pretty birds. Those there. And back to the blue book. I'll try and get this done roughly in the hour. I wasn't even sure if I'd get all these things on, although I know there's more work to be done on these, but I need to give them some thought. Can't do these things on the fly like so many of my compatriots or people, other YouTubers who can just do it without any without any planning. I just can't. I have to think about these things beforehand. Right, I need another little piece just to go down here. Don't know why, but that little piece took my eye. I don't know. Don't know if that's going to work. It's just pretty. Don't know, just like that. Makes no sense, but it's going on. Oh, but it's going to get a little bit of inking first, just to give it the definition around the edges. Make it blend in. There. Okay, that's that little bit. Okay, so that works okay. Quite happy with that. Don't know what I'll put here. Maybe I'll put something up here. I don't know. Anyway, so that's it for today. So we started off adding the Edith Holden pocket, the thumb hole here. So there's got to be a journal card to go in there. And then added our little flip out with the pocket over here. And then there's a little, I might just do something about this funny corner. That's going to catch, so I'm going to have to do something about that. And then we did this flip out here. And then collaged the envelope. And I've just got to snip it across the edge there. So I'll do that off camera. So there we are. That's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Please do join me again soon. Bye for now.